Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something different. Today I'm going to be doing a story time and letting you guys know about the time when I cut my head open. I remember telling you guys in, I think it was a Get Ready With Me a couple videos ago about this cut I've got above my eyebrow, and I'm just going to tell you guys basically how I got it. So I think it was 2011 and I was working at a nightclub, like an actual nightclub, like serving drinks and stuff, not that kind of nightclub and that kind of work. So I was working in a nightclub, McCluskey's. It's in Kingston. I don't think it's called McCluskey's anymore. Oh, it's called Viper Rooms. So yeah, I was working there. This was 2011. So I've been working there for about maybe 6 months or more, just over 6 months. And then what I was doing, I was leaving. The tradition when you're leaving is that they literally spray you with champagne, like drench you with champagne as a goodbye. That's what they do. Okay, so I remember when I was leaving, and I remember it was in November because my son's birthday is the 9th. And I remember, obviously I'm leaving, so I know they're going to want to spray me. So I remember requesting, like that they spray me not on my last shift, but in the week. So I think it was a shift before my last shift. So I think it was, I'm sure it was the Friday was my last shift, so I think I requested like either the Tuesday or the Wednesday. I'm sure it was one of those days, Tuesday or the Wednesday. I said, all right, you guys can spray me, but don't do me on the Friday because I'm going to be celebrating my son's birthday on the Saturday. So that Tuesday or Wednesday came, and I remember, all right, you guys are going to spray me. It was like, okay, drenched head to toe, literally dripping. I remember my friend had to drop me home. Okay, that's done. Alright, so my last shift, so this is the Friday now. So normal shift as normal. I remember it came to the end of the shift, so we're finishing up. I remember being in the office with my manager and my deputy manager. I remember being in there, and I think some other people that worked there as well. I remember being in there, I can't remember what I was doing, but it was the end of the shift. So by this time, probably the club was empty. Everyone was kind of just tidying up and doing the last bits that they had to do. So being in my manager's office, I remember him saying, all right, we're going to have a little meeting. Sometimes we'll have a meeting at the end of the shift, not a long one, just to either talk about how that day's gone, or we'll have longer meetings and discuss things in more detail. So I remember him saying we're going to have a little meeting. And I was like, okay, we're going to have a meeting. And then I don't know what it was. I just remember hearing a sound. I heard, oh my gosh. When I heard that sound, I thought, okay, something dodgy's going on. They better not wet me because it's my son's birthday tomorrow and I want to go. Where was we going? I think it was going aquarium. I was like, no, don't drench me. My hair was done and everything. I was like, no, I don't want to be drenched and have to do all this nonsense. I was like, please, I hope it's not what they're doing. And the way I remember looking out of the window, and everyone was just acting dodgy and and I was thinking, nah, this does not seem right. I was like, what is going on? I remember saying to my manager,
please, don't let them drench me, please. Can you go and tell them to stop, because I'm not playing, I don't want to get involved in this. You've already drenched me in the week, you can't drench me again. Traditionally, if you drench someone once, I've never seen you lot drench someone twice. So don't bother try to start a new tradition with me.
So I remember I kept on saying that to him. I'm not leaving the office. Oh, I remember seeing my supervisor, he was like kind of behind the bar. But it was almost like he was hiding something. I was thinking, no, I'm not coming out of this office. And I remember him telling me,
it's okay, don't worry, they're not going to spray you, don't worry, I won't let nothing happen.
Really? Okay. Make sure nothing happens, yeah? Right, so we're about to have this meeting. So my manager's like, all right, let's come out the office, have this quick meeting, then obviously everyone's going to go home. So I remember coming out of the office, as I said, from the window I was trying to watch how everyone was acting. I remember seeing my supervisor, as I said, standing behind the bar, something behind his back, like hiding it, like, I don't know, you just know when something dodgy's going on. And especially when I heard that sound, I was like, okay, they've pre-popped something back there. So anyway, we come out now, and I remember standing by my manager, and I kept saying to him, they better not spray me, they better not spray me, don't make them do nothing to me. And he's like, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Next minute I know, I'm being picked up by 2 of the security guards. They're literally holding me in the air, and I'm like, no. These times I had my phone in my hand, and I was like, no, you can't wet me. These times the supervisors come out already as well, you know, and was it the I'm sure it was the supervisor and someone else. They've come out from wherever they're hiding, obviously behind the bar and wherever the other one is hiding. And I remember saying, no, you can't spray me. I've got my phone in my hand. You can't mash up my phone. If you mash up my phone, you're going to have to pay for it back. And the security guards are just holding me in the air. My heart is beating so much. Part of me is just like, no, they're going to spray me, mash up my phone, or they're going to put me down and still spray me again. So I was like, what can I actually do? So I was like, you lot need to put me down. So once I said, you lot need to put me down, I remember the security guard saying, okay, we'll put you down. And then I remember everyone saying, no, we're not going to do nothing. These times you guys got stuff in your hands. Why have you got these bottles then? Anyway, I had to do some quick thinking in my head. I was thinking, what can I actually do? So literally, as soon as the security guards put me down on the floor, I don't even think my foot touched the floor, I started blowing, I started running. I was running, I remember it was at the front of the club. I went round the bar and went to the back, so the staff area. And I remember, when I say I was running, listen, I done athletics when I was younger. Best believe it, coming like I didn't even stop. I was Usain Bolt's daughter, yeah? I started running. I ran all the way to the staff area. And then when I got in there, I don't know what happened. So there's like a step. And I don't know what happened. By the time I ran and I was like, turned the corner, I think I tripped up and I went straight into, I don't even know what it's called. It's called is it the door hinge? Basically what holds the doors together. Yeah, that bit. So I literally went into the corner because I think, I was running to the toilets because obviously the toilets have a lock on it. So I remember running in the staff area and I was trying to turn, but obviously the step as well. I don't even know if it was wet or what. Next minute I know, boom, I went straight into the corner of the door and then I just went on the floor. Like at that point I was just like, oh my god. It wasn't even like, I didn't even feel like pain, like, it's hurting. I don't even know what I felt at that point. I was just like, I just thought I bumped my head, literally like just kind of bumped my head. And then by that time, everyone like caught up and everyone was like, oh, she's on the floor, blah, 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 things like that. And I was just thinking, oh my gosh, I remember getting helped up, but then bringing me into the toilet area and they was like, oh my gosh, right, let's help you. I think there was wet and water to obviously kind of wash it off, I guess. And then at that point, I think I was still like, to be honest, I remember still being calm. I was like, oh, okay, I've bumped my head type of thing. This time, I remember feeling it was starting to hurt me type of thing. And I was like, okay, obviously when you bang your head, you're probably going to end up with a headache or it's going to start hurting or something. And then this is the part that I like would never forget. So at that point, I just thought, oh, it was just a bump on the head. And they was like, oh, I can't remember if anyone said, oh, it was a cut or anything. But I just didn't think it was as big as I thought it was. Well, anyway, you guys, it's up to you guys, I don't know. But I didn't think it was that big. And I remember looking into that mirror, like the mirror in the toilet. And all I saw, the way I just saw the cut on my head, I don't even think I was crying because of pain. I was more like, oh my gosh, I've got this big cut on my head. Like, how did this even, to be honest, I was just thinking, why now of all times? I'm thinking I've got my son's birthday tomorrow. Like, how big is this? Am I going to need stitches? What am I going to need? Like, do you get what I mean? I was thinking, what the heck? At that time, I just remember looking in the mirror and I started crying. I just remember crying thinking, oh my gosh, what am I gonna, I'm gonna have to go to hospital, like this. I thought it was like a bump and a little cut, and I was just thinking, I feel like my head's just open. So I started crying at that point. Now I remember sitting down and obviously trying to get it together and whatnot, and everyone's gathering round and we're trying to wash it off and hold it down and whatnot. And then I remember going, obviously that's my last day, and yeah, my friend said he's gonna take me to the hospital. So my best friend, obviously my friend that was driving, and I think another colleague, we all jumped in the car and was like, alright, we're gonna go to the hospital and then see the doctors, I guess. So, oh yeah, when I was sitting down, everyone, like it was bad, but it's funny at the same time. It's like, okay, you literally went out with a bang, like bang up my head, bust up my head, literally, when I'm leaving. And I remember leaving, going down the stairs, crying, because obviously it was sad as well as banging my head. I was leaving it, and that's like one of the jobs that I'll never forget. I really loved it there. Like, everyone there was nice. The only thing was obviously it's night work. Not night. Why do I keep describing like it's in the night time? Like you're working till at least 3 in the morning and stuff like that. If it was a daytime job with the same people, same manager, everything, it was a really good job. So I was upset that I was leaving, upset that I bust up my head, everything. So I remember leaving and everyone was singing for me. I remember the song, I literally heard it the other day, and it was Wretch 32. Don't go, don't leave. If you know the rest, yeah. But yeah, they were singing that song. So anyway, we got to the hospital. And I remember, I think in the car, I'm sure I was calling my boyfriend saying like, come, and he's just thinking, what? Obviously he normally knows when I finish, but I'm like, I'm on the way to the hospital, bust up my head, everything. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna have to meet you and whatnot. So I remember going to the hospital, waiting in the waiting room, and then Phil made his way to the hospital and stuff. Went into the room, and this I don't even know what happened. Obviously the doctor's doing my head and whatnot, and Phil literally told me this afterwards. So he said they was doing it, I think they was cleaning the cut out, and then I'm just feeling stuff like, I don't know, like water, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe she's like rinsing it out or something, and Phil's like, no, that was the blood just squirting out, and I was just like,
what?
And Phil's like, oh my gosh, I felt like I wanted to vomit. I was like, anyway, she put I remember they put dissolvable stitches in. I remember I had the, what's it called on my head? Bandages on my, the stitch thing on my head, sorry. Oh, it was awful, man. Like, my head got swollen and everything. My eye, oh, it was really bad. And then obviously the next day came, and it was my son's birthday, and we went to the aquarium, and we went and took a picture. Why did I go on fast at myself or go and take a picture? But we obviously took a picture because we wanted memories. But at the same time, that picture was so bad because I was just like, ugh. We're going to look back on this one day and be like, whoa. Like, literally memories. But yeah, that was how I bust my head open, smack bang into the wall on my last day of work while being chased with champagne to get drenched. How often do you hear that lovely story? This is like a scar for life now. I have to live with it. I think it bothered me at first, but I think now I feel like it's slowly just fading away kind of thing, and I don't mind, to be honest. So yeah, that was me telling you my story on how I bust my head open on the last day of work while running away from them popping champagne and drenching me from head to toe. Very unique story, isn't it? I don't know if I've got a lot of story times, like maybe like my birth story, or I don't really have a lot of story times, to be honest. But give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this story. Comment down below any video suggestions, or if you've had any stories that's happened to you what's like really big but you didn't think was big. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.